Make some noise,
Howdy, howdy, fellas. God of War to Warships Legends. Series of matches today. And the Ducks of War mode. This is the, I guess, April Fool's mode for the game.
and lucky shots, everyone.
I will say that the first 2 or 3 matches that I played, I hated it. It is a little wonky. I think I have a bit of history of doing this, that these silly modes don't quite mesh with the mechanics of the game. I have definitely had shots, tons of shots go through ducks, not hit, do all kinds of stuff. I've heard of other people saying that. Any of the ducks are just a little faster, the shells are a little wonkier than in kind of normal mode. You know, like I'm going 45.5 in Furo, and this is one of the, like, it's a little clunky of the ducks, and so I think just the way the things work, it just gets a little wonky. It's kind of pushing the mechanics of the game a little past what connections and yada yada yada. So I have arranged this in order of preference for me. I've got the Furo first. I think the Furo is likely the best, is definitely the most fun. I hated El McQuacky. You basically have to lead like off the screen. I looked at the shell velocities in game. That doesn't quite match up with what they say they are. So, like El McQuacky's only a little bit slower. So I don't know if it's just got some mega drag on the shells or what. But I found it just really, yeah. See, those went right through it. Just really difficult to lead. And then even this, like, I'm still missing shots, but Furo felt a lot better to play. The shells zip right in, they're pretty accurate. You get the ready rack, it's super fun. It gets AP, the El McQuacky doesn't get AP. It does get torpedoes, but whatever. You're going to see me miss a fair amount of shots in this, so I am like not claiming to be a master. These are still relatively early. This is basically right after I unlocked Furo, so and I think a lot of the people I'm playing hadn't quite figured out the match yet. Or, you know, ways to make this work. But, you know, the basics, you can dodge the torps, that's amazing. I think that really makes the destroyers not very good. They rely on their torpedoes for damage. Even with a max level commander, you're basically, your torpedo range is the same. Look, I went right through him. Anyway, with your torpedo range is basically the same as your detection, even with a max level commander, and so people can just dodge it. You got to get a lot of torps on target to run those out before, like, you can actually get damage, or just catch them flat-footed, or it's on cooldown or whatever. So I don't like the destroyer. I like the Furo. I can hit the shots. The AP is amazingly fun. You can see you can use the HE on the destroyers even if you can't aim. I like to go wide. A lot of people go right in the middle, but you end up in just a major furball. There's so much going on, you can't keep track of it. You do have to wait on your reload on the Furo. Like, that is its weakness. It's a little bit clunky in the handling, but the gun is fantastic. Like, whoops, what was that? I think I was just clearing the reload. But this guy is actually feels fun. Like, you get those mega citadels. I don't think I've had I've got 3 citadels, but you can just chunk stuff. It is so fun to get like a 3 or 4 citadel, and then another 3 or 4 citadel into the front of a battleship duck. It's super fun. I don't know if I've got any in this one, but I've tacked. Oh golly, can we get it? Hey, look. So you can hit those shots. It's just nutty. It's just a little nutty, and you know, oh yeah, 10k. It is what it is. Oh yeah, I choose violence. Yes, I do. You know, play around with it. Get past the initial ducks. I don't have the second destroyer yet, so I can't comment on him, but I like the Furo way better than El McQuacky, and I like Quackaducko way better than DUCK. If you're starting out and just getting your feet wet, just trying to... that was actually not intended. I wish it was. DUCK of, like, the beginning things, the battleship guy, this guy, I found the most palatable. He seems the most reasonable. The shells, like, are a little more predictable and can lead, but honestly, the Furo and the Quackaducko, I think, are significantly better than the beginning duck. So that's the Furo. lean on the AP, get those citadels, chunk the stuff, use the HE if you're stuck against a destroyer, go wide, don't go right in the middle first off. Like, the map's big enough, or sorry, the map is small enough that it's super easy to get back in it. If you can have everybody else sort that out and take on 1 or 2 ducks at a time, you're way better, because that reload is kind of long. It's 8 or 9 seconds or whatever it is. I think it's 8 seconds. And so having to wait on that, like, you don't want to be fighting a bunch of ducks all at the same time. So here's a match in the Quackaducko. I honestly play them relatively similarly. This one has only 1 shot, but about half the reload, so the actual firing rate is relatively similar. It's a lot less accurate, but the shell velocity feels similar to the DUCK. Like, these, I just feel like you can actually hit stuff. The destroyers in the El McQuacky, I really struggled to actually hit anything. I could dial it in and get it going, but I felt like I needed to play a match or 2 before it felt right, and that just started to get annoying. It's like I can't dip in, play a match, go play standard. It was hurting my head, and just I didn't enjoy it. These guys are fine. So if you hate the mode and you've just been playing the El McQuacky, which is more or less a light cruiser, I would recommend changing it up a little bit. Try some of the other ones. Try the battleship, the DUCK. See if you can power through El McQuacky to get to the Furo, and they may be a little more enjoyable to play. So it is what it is, and I don't think this match is going to be for everybody. It's silly. A lot of times these silly modes are, and not everybody's going to love them. But after initially being like, nope, I am not going to finish this, I think this is fine. Like, I enjoy it. It's wonky. I definitely see tons of jank and just shells going through stuff, the aim being off, and the relative power levels of stuff or whatever. Like, it is what it is, but it's silly enough. I will say, the number one thing that I think you have to do, maybe twofold, but honestly probably the most important thing, is don't run into stuff. Because of all of that stuff about the aim actually being a little wonky and it being a little hard to hit, and you have the speed boost if you need them, you have the heals, and ducks aren't going to dev strike you. If you can keep moving, you can actually angle stuff. You can bounce shells, you can dodge stuff. You can say, he bounced too. Keep moving. Make it your number one priority to not run into anything. And even if you have to give up damage or give up spot or give up a cat light, whatever it is, make sure you don't run into stuff. I'm certainly not perfect at it. I still run into stuff, but that is the number one way that I get killed, and then it is so easy to sink a duck when they run into stuff. Don't run into anything. Keep your eye on the mini-map. Learn the map. I don't have it memorized, but just an idea of where you can and can't go. You've got some clearer areas where you can stay out of stuff. And again, that's another reason I don't like to go in the middle. There's a lot of stuff going on early in the match. You're trying to dodge 4 different ducks. You're so much more likely to run into stuff, and then you're getting shot at by 4 different ducks, and then like, hey, here, I can just dodge those. So don't run into stuff. And then again, the second one related, don't go into the middle first thing into the match. It's just not worth it. You've got time. Like, people are gonna sort themselves out. You're not gonna win or lose on points. I haven't seen one yet that was won on points. Of course, you can't just sail around forever doing nothing. But yeah, nothing has enough detect. Like, the 5-kilometer detectability on the destroyers is half the map, so you can find them relatively easily. Don't worry about the caps. Early game, it's just not worth it. You can go in and clean out a flank, come in on a flank. If they're shooting at your teammates, that's amazing. If you got it kind of an angle, you can dodge, you can do, Oh, here, I run into stuff. Again, it's not perfect. I mean, I'm missing the shots. And again, that's kind of what I found in this, is you don't have to play this stuff perfectly. It's wonky. Everybody else is figuring it out as well. I did notice today, I played a little bit more today. Quackaducko, was this one today? The Furo matches are all from early in it. This Quackaducko may be from today, and I know the Destroyer is from today. people are definitely figuring it out a little bit more. It felt a little bit harder, like there were a few more people on in any given match that felt like, okay, like they've dialed in the aim, they know what's going on. And you know, that happens in all these silly modes throughout the thing. You'll still have people that haven't really figured it out or haven't played it much yet, and those people that are kind of dialing it in and figuring it out. So just keep that in mind. It may not be wonky salvo. That's why I like Furo better. Yeah, we get him. So that's my overall advice. And then finally, the destroyers. I personally don't see the point of the destroyers. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I've got one in here. We'll go through that, but the torpedoes are not so much faster than the ducks, and then everybody has 3 or 4 dodge abilities that if they're paying attention at all, they can dodge it. Yeah, that's a lot of dodging that they can do of your torpedoes, and they're hard to hit anyway, so I don't know. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the destroyers.
Fire aboard.
But on the whole, I found the fun in the mode. I'll finish it. I thought I might not after the first few matches, but now I definitely am. So that's part of the reason I made this. Just if anybody else out there is having the same feelings that I did in the beginning of, ooh, I hate this mode, like I'm never going to play it. I felt the same playing Elma Quacky, playing Don De La Duca at the beginning. I don't now. Get the Furo, play the Battleship, get the Quackaducko. Again, don't play the Destroyer. I don't know. I don't have the second one yet. I'm close. I kind of want to at least try it just to see if I'm missing something. We get another I Choose Violence. I think the Furo matches early on, I had 3 I Choose Violences in the row. I've tacked those on at the end. I don't think I'm going to commentate all of them because I don't have much else to say. But I wanted to get one of each of the duck types in here in order of my preference. You know, Furo I think is the most fun. Maybe the best, definitely my favorite. Quackaducko, I think, is a very strong duck. If you prefer the kind of more battleship, I don't know, like they don't. You can Citadel anything, so they don't make a ton of difference. But if you do like that one better, it does have the torpedoes and maybe a more steady damage output because of its faster reload, but no ready rack. He's there. He's fine. I like him. And then we have Don De La Duca. Makes a big difference when you know, my torpedo range is 5 kilometers, detectability is 5. I think that actually makes a fair amount of difference in this, so I'm just kind of blind launching a fair amount of torpedoes in this. You got a fast reload, but again, I'm not amazing with torpedoes anyway, but I also find the way the speed boost on this one works is almost too fast. I had, again, not used to it because I haven't played it a lot, but I had a hard time not just like running into stuff when I have my speed boost up. And so again, it's like I kind of don't really want to be in the middle when there's so much going on. I am here, but honestly, like, I wish I wasn't. I don't like this. Like, oh yeah, run into the sea turtle. It's just this is what you want to avoid almost at all costs. Honestly, this is one of the worst things you can do. He's gonna, oh my gosh. Wait, is this the right match? Did I put in the wrong match? Am I just getting like shredded in this one? Hold on, I gotta figure out what I've done. Nope. This is it. This is the right match. This is this is my best destroyer match, as bad as it is. You can see it like, oh, he's about the beach. Let's get him. Let's get him with the torps. Oh man, we dumped all our health. We missed that torp launch. I don't even know how. Like, I really thought I had him there, but we're gonna shoot him right in the duck butt. You can do like some kind of head stuff. Wow. You can shoot the ducks in the head and it'll do like double damage, I think. Again, with my issues of having shots pass directly through the ducks, I've had very little success with that. So that's not a thing that I've been going for. It can happen. I've had it work, you know, times that I get them to line up and, you know, whatever. So it certainly is there, but that is not a thing that I've spent a lot of time working on. Yay, he was a little late. So maybe somebody else has figured out a little better than me, has a better connection, better luck with that. So whatever. We're going back in. We got 2. Hey, that was a nice shot. We got 2 assists, 2 torpedo hits. Honestly, this is my as bad as this one in. I think I think this is my best destroyer match, and I just really like. I don't see it. These blah, blah. I don't like the destroyer ducks. So the like spotting is everything's spotted all the time anyway. It's so rare that you're like, oh, where is the stuff? It's like it's in the middle. You can see everything in the middle. I don't know unless you really like torpedoes. But then play Quackaducko if you like torpedoes. They're probably not as good, but your guns are just 70 times better. Whatever they are. Oh dear. All right. Anyway, again, don't hit stuff. It's like the #1 thing. I'm on his back. He probably can hit me right here, but I get him with the torps. You know, maybe if somebody really can't aim and you just want to spend your time sailing right into stuff, maybe. But again, I find the handling is so wonky. Not a fan. Not a fan. I mean, yeah, this is my best match of. I don't know. I wish you could see. They don't have the stats for the ducks. I kind of wish they did. Oh, yep, here we go. Can't make the turn because why would I? It's so annoying. You can't see the stats. I kind of understand it's a silly mode. They didn't add it, but it would be nice to just see how I've been doing in the ducks. And Mr. McQuacky just obligingly eats all of them and floods out. Oh yeah, he is just like warping all over the place. Just doesn't quite hold up. So what do we have? 3. I do not think we pick up the Quackin on this one. Everyone knows. Why did they call it I Choose Violence instead of a Quackin? Like, it's so obvious to call it a Quackin. Just, what were they thinking? Oh man, oh, the torps go out in such a wonky thing. Oh, and I even hit one. It went through every ship. I could have had that. I could have had that. We missed out on the Quackin. But that's the best destroyer game. My understanding is the tier 2 destroyer duck is much faster. Maybe has a better gun, but it's still not good. And so you're kind of just running around with speed, relying on the torps. I could see that being useful. Get behind the ducks and torp them right in their little tail feathers. But nah. I mostly play the Furo, and if I lose a match or die early in the Furo, I go to the Quackaducko and then back to the Furo as soon as possible, because this guy is fun. I'm going to put these in there, again, with the caveat that these were early in the mode, so I played the Furo some today, and I would say a lot of my matches were similar enough that I think this is still valid, but I will acknowledge that I did see a progression in the team layout, skill level, etc. Like a lot of these matches, I'm only playing tier 1 ducks. I saw a lot more Furos today, a lot more Quackaduckos, and I do think they're better than the basic ducks. Not that you can't perform them. I've definitely seen people perform in McQuacky. Not so much in Don de la Duque, but yeah, it is what it is. I just like to acknowledge that. I feel like sometimes people kind of cherry pick these things and pretend like it's not different, and it's like, no, I definitely see a difference in early game, like last week versus this week. But yeah, this is the Ducks of War. I went from hating it to finding some fun in it. It's the kind of thing, like a lot of these more silly modes, I don't need them to stick around. This is enough. When this is done, I won't miss it. I won't need to play it anymore. But I will finish it. I've found enough enjoyment in the mode with the different ship types, and just kind of finding my stride with the aiming and just how the stuff works. Yeah, like, that's fun. Just half his health, sure. Oh, I didn't even mention the cruiser and the battleship have that little. They basically have like a no armor citadel in the front. If you can hit that little like fat tummy, that's a good citadel spot. You can citadel the cruisers from the side. I'm sure you can citadel the battleships too. It just feels a little bit harder. You can citadel in the back, but it feels a little bit harder. Anyway, the tummy seems to be the easiest part. You can go look at the armor view. They have crazy weird armor. The guns have insane pin. They have like 2,000 millimeters of pin or something like that. It's nuts. Go look at the gun stats if you haven't. They're just really funny. But yeah, that's the mode. It's fun if you let it be, and if you hate it, like honestly, I get it because it is weird, it is wonky. It may not be the most fun thing if you're not used to it and don't feel like spending the time and effort to wrap your head around it. Because I was on the edge there. A few more matches in Elma Quacky, and I probably would have been just throwing the towel and call it quits. But we did it, and yeah, just thought I would share that with everybody. GG. Good luck. Good duck. See what I did there? Yeah, Stux of War. I'm gonna leave it at that. Rest of this match, I think the next one too. I got 2 of these in here. Oh yeah, you're not gonna hit them all. It is wonky. But yeah, GG guys. I'll see you around.
You've taken the lead. Let's make it stay that way. Our win's on the horizon. We're hull below the waterline. Fine time for a swim, gentlemen. Target position reported. Make note and prepare. Enemy destroyer down. One less problem to worry about. General quarters, let's make some noise, gentlemen. One more little problem. Enemy cruiser in sight. They just got him. Ship destroyed! Well done, all stations. cruiser destroyed. Well done, all stations. The ship still enemy cruiser sunk. What a fine day. Our team depends on you. Let's stay optimistic. We've sunk an enemy destroyer. Solid work. Torpedoes to starboard. Prepare to maneuver. We're hauled below the waterline. Fine time for a swim, gentlemen. Torpedoes dead ahead. Brace for impact.